Hey there, Steve Rubis with another installment of Capital Markets Investor Relations in 2 minutes or less. It's a Sunday, so thanks everybody for all your interaction and help on LinkedIn. And that means I'm on location. And in Chicago, I'm at the corners of Narragansett and Fullerton with a lot of traffic, which is home of Jacob Riis Park. The historians among us know Jacob Riis because he wrote How the Other Half Lives. But why I chose this corner is because I want to talk about what house music has to do with investor relations. And we're at the corner of Fullerton and Julian Jumpin Perez Way. If you were a person in the 80s that loved house music, you know Marshall Jefferson's Move Your Body. If you're like me, a 90s kid in Chicago, house music was Julian Jumpin Perez and Tim Spin and Schomer on You Dance by B96 on Channel 26, The U. So what does house music have to do with investor relations? And I saw this great documentary on how Marshall Jefferson came up with the song Move Your Body. And there's two things to talk about: creative process and second, simplicity. So let's go with creative process. You know, when I was watching this documentary, I was like, wow, this is exactly how I feel and the creativity I get when it comes to investor relations. Marshall Jefferson was talking about working at the post office, and all of a sudden, the piano track pops in his head, the drum track pops in his head. He calls his guys and says, we're gonna go cut a song. They go down to the studio, they record it, it's done in 15 minutes, and he knows it's a banger. And he's like, that's magic, brother. And that's what it is for me with investor relations. I may be at a library or walking around, and all of a sudden, I'll say, oh, this is how I need to answer this investor argument, or this is what I need to create in a slide, and it'll pop up in my head, and I'll sketch it out, and boom, it's ready to go, and I know it's fire, and it's gonna answer and help investors. Now, the second part here is about simplicity. The song Move Your Body is literally 4 lines throughout 7.5 minutes. It's so simple. And this is what's important for public company executives. We always complain, oh, they ask the same question 4 times, 5 times. And the answer is, public equity investors aren't gonna believe you, understand you, or give you credit for what you're saying until they've heard it 4 or 5 times. Remember to keep the message simple, and remember you're gonna have to say it to them more often than you want. And in closing, remember, if you're truly Chicago, it's gotta be house music all night long. Thanks for watching.